What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Forta, the Ghetto Guru, and I'm back. I'll make this video real quick because I tried to make a video earlier. It was longer, but I ended up messing up in the video. The video ended up messing up, so I couldn't keep it. But I just wanted to say to that if you're on this journey of trying to have outer bodies and have these spiritual experiences, if you don't want to experience like certain things that might seem negative, and you might experience small things, some people might not experience anything negative, but one thing that will keep you from experiencing negative things within your own thoughts, your thought creations or whatever, is you have to learn how to get over your own flaws. And what I mean by that is that you have to accept your flaws so that you can get rid of those flaws, because your flaws will come up within the outer body state. Especially like when people say these are things that you might have created. Those are things that you create. When you're having them negative experiences where you are seeing certain things and you're like, what the fuck? When you created those are things that's dealing with you. So you have to get, like, a lot of people, they don't understand that they have flaws, or they just don't want to accept the fact that they have flaws. And anything can be considered a flaw when it comes to having an out of body experience. I ain't gonna say anything, but as far as like, if you're argumentative, if you have a lot of anger issues, if you are a cheater, if you narcissistic, narcissistic gonna cover a bunch of that stuff. But a lot of these things that you do, they will end up popping up within your out of body state. And sometimes it might be something that's negative that's coming to you, and that's going to play on your flaws. So say you're an argumentative person. When you come out your body and you see a being that comes to you and they just arguing with you, they trying to make you mad, they want you to argue back, you start arguing back, that's you're falling victim to your energy being siphoned. They feeding off of that energy because they know this person is very argumentative. Let me argue with this person. So that's gonna have you basically like getting drained of your energy. You're a person that like to fight. Like me, when I was younger, I like to fight. So I was end up getting to a lot of fights and stuff. And it's counteractive to what you're trying to do. You're trying to grow, and that ain't what you want. You don't want to be dealing with fighting stuff all the damn time. It's some people that's so loving and so pure that they don't even have negative experiences. I've heard people that be having good experiences, I'll be like, that's a good fucking person. If you never have negative experiences, you're a pretty good person. But a lot of people think that they're good people because they haven't accepted the fact that they have flaws, or they don't want to. It's like when somebody having an argument with somebody and they could be wrong, but they still don't want to admit that they wrong in that argument. They just like, that person's wrong and they right. You still wrong. It doesn't matter. A lot of times, most people, when they have an argument, both parties be having a point, and sometimes you're wrong and that other person is wrong, and you're right and that other person is right. But people don't look at the bigger picture of a lot of situations. When their emotions are involved, a lot of people become very stubborn. Learn your flaws. Meditate and think about the things that you've been through. Just meditate and think about all the things that you've been through. Think about when you was a child and all the things, the fights you had, the arguments you had, everything you've been through, the things that you might have done. You might have stole some shit sometime. You might have been in fighting a lot. You might have been done a lot of stuff. You might have lied to some people. Be able to look at those flaws and be like, okay, I accept it. I did do that. Now you can change it. Until you can accept it, you ain't gonna be able to change it. You ain't gonna be able to be that person that you think is good. And you need to change that in order to be a better person. When you don't take accountability for things that you've done, you're gonna have to take accountability once you go outside your body. And not all the times when you go outside your body, you're gonna be attacked by a negative spirit that's trying to make you like just trying to drain your energy. Sometimes you're going to be put in scenarios to try to help you grow and to be a better person. So you might face dealing with some issues with your mother, so you can get over it. Because a lot of people still have they haven't forgave their mother. They haven't forgave their father. They haven't forgave their sister. They haven't forgave their uncle. They haven't forgave these people. So these situations will pop up within your out-of-body state, and you will have to work on them in that. But if you work on it during your meditation, get rid of it, understand it. That's what life reviews is basically about. When you having that life review, you seeing everything that you've done that you haven't taken accountability for. Some things you might have taken accountability for. But a lot of times, a lot of people haven't taken accountability for the wrong shit that they've done. And when they see that review, that life review, they feel guilty. Because now, not only are they seeing the things that they've done that's wrong, they're feeling it. They feeling what the other person felt. They feeling what they felt. They feeling all parties. So it's good for you to start to feel that shit now. Start to do the work now so that you don't have to do the work later. So you can understand, like, when you go through that review, you're like, okay, I did do that, but I accepted that and I forgave. And you got to be able to forgive yourself and others. Forgive yourself and others for things that you've done. Like, I do that when I meditate, oftentimes, not all the times, but I do that a lot, where I meditate and I think about anything that I might have done wrong, how I treated somebody. Because sometimes you might treat somebody a certain type of way and you don't think you're treating them wrong, but when you look back on it, you're not thinking about how that person felt while you were saying what you said. You know what I'm saying? Little things. You could be right, but the way that you talk to that person hurt that person's feelings. You have to be able to understand so that even you can deal with life better here. You can deal with life better there. You have to understand that you have flaws. So many people, I got family members, I told them, they act like they ain't got no flaws. Like they ain't never made no mistakes. And be talking about the next person like they ain't did the same thing that person did to them. So you got to really take accountability for who you are and what you've done and what you're doing now. Understand that it's a big part of your journey of growing and learning who you are. Like these out of bodies is cool and all that stuff, but when you experiencing these out of bodies and you're dealing with things that you like some of the things that you've done, man, I'm talking about emotions. You will feel those emotions, and you will feel the other people's emotions too as well. Yeah, this ain't like, it's a whole lot of work that needs to be done with self. It's not just about out of bodies. Out of bodies is cool and they fun and they all that stuff, but you need to work on you. Because some of the times where I seen things that look demonic, it wasn't because those were things that came like that just popped up. No, it was because of me. It was because of me why these demonic things came, or these negative spirits, or whatever we want to call them. They came because of me. And I had to realize that, and I had to understand why is it, and because and when you look at it, it was certain ways they was coming that made me realize it was because of me. When it came to them coming at me trying to fight, that's because of me, because I would like to fight. So when I would have those experiences and I'm fighting the whole time, I'm feeding them. Or arguments, I had a short temper, so anytime somebody would say something to me crazy, I would spaz out. So they used it against me in the out-of-body states. Even the negative spirits that is not part of your subconscious that you created know how to trigger you, because they know it's like, it's weird. It's like they know how to trigger you. So you have to take that into accountability. And I wanted to say one more thing too. I know I talk about a lot of these negative spirits or whatever. So people think that I always experience like negative spirits trying to fight me. No, I've been having out of bodies for 23 years. I'm just talking about the experiences that I had that was negative. I literally can count on my hand how many times I've had negative experiences within the last like 10 years. So it's not like I'm having a lot of negative experiences. I only speak about those experiences to let people understand that it can happen. But luckily, you'll have a lot of information that's on this internet that you don't have to go through the same things that I go through or anybody else go through. So you will learn how to work on yourself before you get to that point where you start experiencing this craziness. Now, you might have experiences of past lives where you dealt with certain emotions. You're dealing with certain things, the qualities that you might have now. Because even in your past lives, you might have been the same way that you are now. You might have been worse in a past life, but now you can kind of see when you had that experience. When you had that experience of your past life, you will see your life now. Some of the things that you dealt with there, you're still dealing with now. So just be vigilant, be aware, and always understand that you can fix the things that you feel are broken. All those things, like even just because you're working on yourself does not mean that you're going to be perfect. You're still going to make mistakes. So even me, like, I might not be dealing with a lot of the negative things now, but I still got things that I deal with. I get frustrated all the time. And I might have it, like I had recent experiences where I got frustrated just because it was somebody triggering something, but I have to catch it. It's like you have to catch those moments and be like, okay, I'm not dealing with that type of energy no more. Why am I still letting this bother me? So you're not going to experience a bunch of negative things all the time. But if you are, that's because you're not dealing with it on a personal level. You're not dealing with it with yourself. This world out here, you gotta let that stuff go. Sometimes it's hard, and some people be like, I can't change, I'm who I am. You gotta let that go. If you have that mindset, let that mindset go. I'm just me. I can't change for nobody. If somebody come at me, I'm coming back at them. Whole time, all you doing is feeding the negative energy. So keep that in mind, and y'all stay blessed. You know what I'm talking about? I'm back to work.